Welcome to It's on Halifax, brought to you by A2 Canada and Oasis Pub and Eatery on Spring Garden Road.
Hey everybody, thank you for coming out to join us for another week of It's on Halifax. I'm one of your hosts, Pat King. You can find me at PatKingHFX on Twitter.
I am at MarkAdamHFX on Twitter. Fun times.
Yes, and we're here again on another Sunday. Very exciting for all of you football fans. Today we'll determine who is going to play in the big game, the Super Bowl, next, what is it, next week?
No, 2 weeks.
No, 2 weeks from now,
February
yeah.
3rd.
Right, because you've got that promotion going on at the Oasis as well. Next week is the drawing.
Oh my God, so much to give away.
Oh, wow. $15,000 trip to New Orleans to see the Super Bowl. If there was any opportunity for me to pee my pants and get away with it, it would be then.
Yes, fair enough. I will tell you, we are at the Oasis. They're giving away a trip to the Super Bowl. The odds are 1 in however many people are there that night, which I'm going to assume
is going to be all of them.
Well, yes, I would say. Well, the capacity at Oasis is 400, right? So,
I think they pretty well reached that last night with the return of the NHL as well.
Yes, it was packed. There was not a seat to be had.
Unbelievable. We went in there to try to get a drink. This guy's the manager. We couldn't even sit down anywhere.
It was. I mean, that's good though. I don't mind that.
Well, yeah. I mean, business is booming.
It was fantastic, right?
And although there are a lot of people with our attitudes towards the NHL who probably stayed home and didn't watch any.
There's that. Well, I mean, it was hard to stay home because like last night, Oasis had half-price appetizers.
Yeah.
And hockey.
And I even went out just because a lot of my friends were really excited for the return of the NHL. Me, not so much. I thought, you know what, I'll go out and catch a Red Wings game, have some appetizers, a couple of beer, and it'll be fun. It's a Saturday night. Why not?
But then, not everyone is as upset as we are.
True.
Because that place was jammed to the gills.
Yeah, most people just don't care. I mean, sure, you can call it being a smart consumer or whatever, but really just people want to be entertained. They want to see their hockey. And that's that.
We've got streaming right in front of us here, the Twitter feed, and most of what I see, if it's not PodCamp Halifax, which we're missing right now.
I know, which I still blame you for.
Well, you didn't have a ticket to begin with, so shut up.
Yeah, you did. One of us could have used it.
Anyway, yeah, the whole feed though was like, look, Vanek, egg on face, Sabres. That's a hockey tweet. Like every second or third tweet is something about hockey.
Oh, Glenn. He's so excited.
Yeah, Glenn is a huge Buffalo fan.
Yes,
so.
I could tell from his tweets last night.
He was downright giddy earlier. So they're playing right now. That's the home opener for Buffalo, so big deal for them.
And what's the first game today? You said it was the Falcons?
Yeah. Falcons 49ers in Atlanta.
Very excited.
4 o'clock. This should be a really good game. And at 7:30,
the Ravens
go to Foxborough to play against
the Pats.
The Pats. Oh. Good fucking luck.
At good Foxborough of all places. They don't even have a home field advantage.
They're going to rape the Ravens, I feel.
I always cheer for an underdog though.
But the Ravens always play strong against the Pats. They line up well, like they match up well.
Right,
even though if the Ravens played the 49ers would probably slaughter them.
And it's good to see someone give the Pats a run for their money.
Well, it's always good when the Pats get a run for their money. It's good for the game. It's good for everybody, including the Pats, because it shows them that, we're not invincible. We really got to fucking play our game to make sure that we don't get knocked out. Because any given Sunday, any team can beat any other team in the NFL. That's
any
just how
given
it is.
Sunday, he says.
That's why that saying even exists.
I know. But all I can think is the Oliver Stone movie, which was really good, mind you. One of my favorite football movies, of course, behind Rudy.
Rudy, yeah, but that's a college ball game. That's
true.
Not
true. It's still football. Come on.
Yeah, true. That's true.
If anything, they play harder.
Yeah. See, I'm not a. People say that like, it's like
Well, they're playing for a career, a multi-million-dollar career.
I just find the NFL, there's more hype. There's more. I'm a CFL fan too, but I barely watch it because nobody else that I know, that I talk to, follows. So it's like there's no hype. There's no excitement for me.
But I think I really took a new perspective on it when I read. And if you've never read this, one of my favorite authors, Hunter S. Thompson. Most people just know him for the Johnny Depp movies and his crazy drug-addled ramblings or whatever. But he wrote, little do a lot of people know, he wrote a column for ESPN2 for a lot of years, and because he was an avid sports fan and a pretty prolific gambler, so he was writing these articles for ESPN2, and a vast majority of them were about college football. And he really, it was very glaring, the differences, and just because he's got that kind of voice. And man, if you want some insights into how to gamble successfully, read Hey Rube. Hey Rube was the compilation of all of the articles that he did for ESPN2, and it's just outstanding. Not just for literary fans, but for sports fans in general.
Yeah. And when it comes, like, college ball becomes big because of the scandals and the weirdness, as far as I'm concerned. If you live in the States, college ball is like a way of life. But here in Canada, there's a lot less hype around college ball.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, what's fun to me, this story here, Menti Teo.
I've not heard of this. What is this?
He was dating this girl online for a long time, and she was in a car accident, and he supported her through it and all that stuff. And so here's the basic breakdown. Boy meets girl online. Girl is in a car accident. Girl goes through long recovery with support from boy, who is
online.
Menti, yes, all online. Boy discovers girl is terminally ill, still online. Boy supports girl until she tragically passes away. Boy inspires nation and his team with his vow to play in her memory. Boy loses championship game, finds out that she never actually existed.
He got catfished.
Yes, he did.
Which was a really good documentary about that, almost that exact same story. Oh man, just the fact that people do that online freaks me out. Someone would take that kind of time to create an entire persona and live through this entire facade to gain somebody's sympathy and support because they're an emotional leech, like they need that. It just fucking weirds me out.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like,
who did he play for? Notre Dame?
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Wow.
Who haven't won the BCS championship since #89. So it was like a big deal that they were in it.
Oh yeah, I guess it was a big,
the Fighting Irish.
big Rudy story. Yeah.
Well, exactly.
Hooray!
And everybody, Rudy was leading up to it. Rudy was on Sportsnet like 3 times a day.
Wow,
like they showed the whole movie.
That was a great movie.
I know, but all of a sudden it just came out of the woodwork again because Notre Dame was in the BCS championship. So it's just funny. So yeah, I like that picture though. Not sure if girlfriend or empty chair.
Oh, that's wrong.
But dude, seriously, you're a top athlete who is probably going to be in the NFL. You're this big guy that girls are probably going to want anyway, just because of who you are. Not even like, you know what I mean? What the fuck are you doing dating online?
Well, nobody said he had to be bright or emotionally stable or socialized to tackle people for a living.
Well, yeah, I guess. I'm just saying, Jesus, what the fuck are you doing? Ugh. And it became this big, stupid scandal, and it just didn't make sense to me. So.
Some people online, man. Person's a person's a person. Sometimes you can get pretty
how small.
Yeah, sometimes you can get struck by somebody online.
Yep. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, that was a weird fucking thing.
Yeah, super weird.
Moving away from sports for just a second here, that NRA ad,
Yeah.
Stand and Fight.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's pretty funny. Well, not the ad, but the response from Funny or Die was good. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it. I don't know. Those attack ads are pretty funny.
Well, I was. For those of you that haven't seen it, it is on our Facebook page, so you can definitely go watch it. But it's called the NRA ad Stand and Fight, and basically it attacks Obama for being a quote-unquote elitist hypocrite.
Because his children have armed guards with them
At school.
And he doesn't want armed guards in every school. The part that gets me was right in the middle is, Obama wants rich people to pay their fair share. What? I thought you were talking about gun control like 2 seconds ago. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
It was really just it was a perfect example of political flim-flammery. Misdirection.
Flim-flammery?
It really was. I mean, it's just bullshit heaped on other bullshit. I think the response from Funny or Die said it best when they say, Obama wants the rich to pay their fair share. What does that have to do with gun control? Not really anything, but we're just trying to confuse you into agreeing with us. It hit it pretty well right on the head.
Yeah, it just the whole thing was ludicrous. Obama's like, is Obama different? Yes, he's the fucking president. Yeah. He's the fucking president.
Is it because maybe multiple presidents have died from gun violence? You know, are the needs of the president's family and your family different? Well, yes, obviously.
Yes, Secret Service protection for his children.
Yeah, and gun-free zones for ours. Gun-free zones.
I don't know, that sounds completely legitimate to me.
Yeah, gun-free zones. That's pretty well every zone for me. I live in a pretty...
We live in Canada. It's a different place.
Yeah, I live in a pretty quiet neighborhood in Halifax, so a gun-free zone is pretty well most of the city for me.
Yeah, well, and there are guns around, but you don't hear about, when you hear about a kid at school, he brought a weapon to school, it's usually a knife, like a hunting knife that he found that is his dad's or something.
Or they got suspended for
kids
pointing.
Kids are bringing handguns and shit to school.
Or they got suspended for pointing their fingers at someone and saying bang.
That has happened.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. And I remember that chicken finger incident from a while back. Somebody pointed a chicken finger at someone else, like a gun. And I'm talking, this kid was in, the 6th grade.
I used to play guns.
Oh, yeah. I used to build guns out of those little blocks that stick together.
Lego?
No. They were different.
Mega blocks?
Kind of. But they were the math blocks that they used to have.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those. You remember those.
Yeah,
I mean,
the different colored counting ones.
I had so many action figures that I used to just have. I would make them beat the living piss out of each other for hours a day, reenacting everything I saw on WWF at the time, or action movies or things like that. You know, it just became a part of my socialization, and I think without that, I would have a harder time right now than I already do. Simply trying to make it, having that identity as a man and that having some modicum of toughness or that kind of thing. I think it's required. But kids today, they can't even point their finger at someone and say bang, or they can't reenact something that they saw. And, roughhousing is not a thing that kids are allowed to do anymore. It's automatically parents are going to just shit their pants. You can't do that. You're going to get hurt. Kids get hurt. That's how they learn things. I don't think
Put
anything.
Put a Band-Aid on it, move on.
Exactly. Nothing really stuck with me unless I ended up getting a tree branch to the skull and just realizing, you know what? Probably shouldn't do that again. Trial and error, people. Trial and error.
Yeah, I mean, just if you're worried about your kids, getting hurt or whatever, just have more kids.
They're not that difficult to replace. You have plenty of genetic material. It's fine. Spray it everywhere. Wow.
Gross. Yeah. There's that just blew my mind, that NRA thing. It just.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't really follow politics as much as I used to.
Because it's stupid.
Yeah, it's depressing.
Yeah. So, have you seen that cat helps out with the dirty laundry video?
Of course I have. I'm on the internet.
It's pretty good. We constantly are posting things on our Facebook page, so check it out. Facebook.com/itsonhalifax. Definitely hilarious as far as I'm concerned. Some of the stuff that we find.
It's like Reddit light.
But I want to talk about this guy for a second.
Yeah, you were pretty enamored with this guy.
Oh, he's my new fucking hero. I'm gonna read the subheading. How The American who outsourced his own job to China so he could watch cat videos could have gotten away with it, according to the man who caught him.
Very nice.
That's the article. And it's so good. But the guy apparently makes like $300,000 a year. We're going to call him Bob. Okay? Developer Bob. Because that was what they nicknamed him. So he got caught by a team of misconduct investigators that was asked by one of Bob's employers to review anomalous activity, quote-unquote, in his records. Namely, the remote logging of an unknown user from Shenyang, China. So he was doing all this design work, like computer design and programming and coding and stuff. And he hired a company in China to do it for like $50,000 or something when he was making $300,000. So basically he got $250,000 a year to watch cat videos online. So yeah, he would shop and watch Facebook videos and update his
so he
Facebook.
would pretty much do what I do all day at a call center.
Yes. So the head of the team that busted Bob said his code was clean, well written, and submitted in a timely fashion. Quarter after quarter, his performance review noted him as the best developer in the building.
Nice.
What's that say about developers in the States? But anyway, so that's just funny.
That is some good Chinese efficiency for you right there.
He said, this guy that busted him said, if he was cleverer...
Cleverer.
I don't think that's a word, but we're just going to move on, Doc.
And he fooled this guy, mind you.
That's true. He would have set up a server at home or somewhere else off-site for the Chinese consulting firm to access. Then he could proxy their traffic, making it appear that the traffic was coming from his home.
See, that occurred to me at the beginning of this article. So if he's able to do that, what the fuck am I doing? I should really...
Yeah, but you work in an office where people are actually watching you do.
No, I know, but I mean, and I understand that coding is fairly difficult, but if you can just outsource it anyway, I mean, you could hire yourself out as a coder, because that's what he was doing. I mean, he was making hundreds of thousands of dollars from different companies. So, if you went to a bunch of different companies and said, I'm a coder, here's my code, and then outsourced it all to China, and they paid you for it, and it was still clean and whatever, and you weren't actually accessing their servers or anything like that, if you were just freelancing, what's to stop you from doing that?
What I'm saying is, the man's my hero.
Yeah.
Except for the getting caught part.
Well, that's...
It's so good!
It's the sign of every great criminal is getting caught.
Yeah, Verizon Enterprise Solutions was the name of the company that caught him.
It's pretty impressive, though. I mean, that's... I guarantee you're going to see a lot of copycats after this.
Yeah, damn right.
Considering they reference the high quality of the Chinese coding. That makes me laugh.
Developer Bob. It's fantastic.
I want to know who he was using in Shenyang.
Yeah, we should dig a little deeper into that. But
yeah, that's a good idea.
I just think it's hilarious, and that the guy got away with it.
Let's get them to design our new It's on Halifax website.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
we heard about you on Gawker.
Yeah, people are gawking at you. I mean, about you. I mean,
China.
Shut up. Checking the time here. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're without Emily today.
Call 911 now. Skrillex lights hair on fire during birthday candle blowout. Can I please watch that video? I want to see Skrillex light himself on fire so bad right now.
Yes. But, yes, as I was saying, we're without Emily this week.
We're not doing too bad. That's why we didn't have our intro run.
Yeah, there wasn't the intro sound, and you're not going to hear any ads during our break and stuff on the live version.
Because we've only got so many hands.
And I refuse to let go of Pat.
Never let me go.
Yeah.
And
Wrong movie, but okay.
Oh. Okay.
Wasn't that Titanic?
I don't know.
That was the... that
was The Bodyguard.
Yeah, that was the song from The Bodyguard. Yeah. What was the song from Titanic? It was a Celine Dion one.
Oh, fuck. My heart will go on.
Oh, that's
You ever see the video of that guy doing it on a recorder? Really badly?
No.
Oh, my God. You have to watch that and post it on the It's on Halifax feed. Because made me laugh until I cried. Tears in my eyes. I was doubled over. It was so good. All right, let's just watch this really quickly. Even
Okay.
mute it. I just want to see Skrillex on fire.
Yeah, the setup here is that Skrillex was the guest of honor at a private birthday party in Hollywood Tuesday night when he came. He had a close encounter with some birthday candles and nearly left him with a burnt hairdo, which would have fucked his signature look.
Oh.
Happy birthday, dear Sonny. Happy birthday to you.
Look how many people are tweeting that right now. They're all trashed right now.
That wasn't as impressive as I thought it was going to be.
That was so hipster. Like 24 people leaning over the birthday boy, tweeting a picture of his own birthday cake before blowing out the candles. God damn it, that's awful.
Yeah. I can't believe that Skrillex got famous for making the same noises that my modem made in 1990.
Yeah, but you didn't drop the bass, though, on the modem sound. It just needed a bass line, and then you would have been good. Too bad you didn't think of it 10 years earlier.
Oh, I fucking swear to God. Anyway. Jesus.
Waiting for the drop.
Is that
Waiting
why? Is
for
that
the
how dubstep
drop.
got popular? People got nostalgic about missing the sound because we have
Must have
high-speed
been.
internet now.
Must have been.
We don't have to listen to that goddamn
Goddamn.
dubstep.
Double step. Have you listened to any new music lately? Is there anything that has caught your ear?
Nothing recently. I've just been so busy that I haven't really. And also, I screwed up my iTunes library, and I haven't fixed it yet. And until I fix it, I've just been listening to a lot of. I use Songza.
Yeah, Songza's pretty
I use the
good.
shit out of Songza. I use the concierge and just do random playlists depending on my mood.
Yeah, it's like Groove Shark or that kind of thing, hey?
Yeah, but songs I find is a lot more accurate. Like sometimes you'll like on Groove Shark or Stereo Mood, you pick a mood and it's just like I said like sleep time, and it's like playing like dubstep, and you're like, I don't think they understand.
Yeah, that's not
what I'm
right.
going for.
That's not right. I haven't really been doing much of it myself. Listen to the new Big Boy album.
Big Boy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you might not know he's one half of Outkast with Andre 3000.
Okay.
But his new album is, I believe on the streets they say off the chain. No, but it's seriously fucking good. And the guys from Background Noise were actually talking about it, and that's what prompted me to download it. Luke and Derek were going on about it on Twitter, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll pick it up, because I haven't really listened to any of Big Boy's solo stuff, and yeah, it killed. It was good. And I was listening to a little bit of Electro Swing.
Electro Swing?
Electro Swing, yeah. Perov Stellar. And it's a mix of like 1940s swing jazz, but like electro dance music. God damn, it's good.
I'm confused.
Oh, it's so good. I have some on my phone. I'll show you later.
I believe you.
Yeah. But it's the kind of thing that you can really get in the zone with. Like, I'm working, and I've got, my headphones in listening to this music, and I'm answering emails all day and just going right to town. There was just a knock on the door.
So I'm going to go answer that.
Looks like we have an unexpected visitor.
That's crazy.
And I'm going to try and keep the show afloat while Adam walks across the room and answers the door. And I'm just going to narrate this encounter, I think. Well, we're waiting. And seems to be some anomaly. A wrong place. I'm failing at keeping this podcast afloat. I'm sorry, guys. I should have had more material prepared before I left the house. Just goes to show how much our back and forth is important here. That went badly. Who was that?
I left my beer. believe it or not, that's my pizza delivery guy.
It was your pizza delivery guy. Why was he not delivering a pizza?
Because I didn't order one.
Fuck it. Should have taken it anyway.
Well, no, here's the thing. He was he was driving along, and I guess he saw somebody's wallet sitting on the ground beside his car.
Right.
Beside the car, out front.
Gotcha.
So he knocked on the door and said, "Do you know this guy?" and showed me the ID inside, and I'm like, "No, I don't." But, I mean, this man is trying to figure out and return a wallet himself.
Good fella.
That is awesome. That is a story of good deeds and good people. I like that.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to go back and cut out some of that silence there. It was a good solid few seconds where I just didn't have anything to say. I was left alone. Emily's not here. You're not here. I had no one.
That's all right.
It's terrifying.
Consider it edited.
Okay. I blame Emily.
So when you download this, it won't sound... Some of this may not make sense.
Yeah, you won't even know what we're talking about. Magic.
Yeah, well, most of the time, I barely know what we're talking about. So,
Oh, God. Don't start.
So,
What else happened this week?
there's a lot of stuff. But the biggest, I think, being the Oasis giveaway.
We're definitely going to have to go rack up some entries in there soon.
Yes, well, I'm thinking after we finish recording today...
And are we going to catch the 2 games of football down there, or maybe catch one game here and then another one?
I don't know. I got to talk to some people and figure out what people's plans are. I think Danny's going down to Oasis.
Round 4?
Yeah. Well, he said he was going to head down, as soon as he got done at the arcade with somebody redeemed their coupon because they won a free hour at the arcade.
He was tweeting it actually earlier. It was a father and his son who were down there playing their free hour. Really getting some mileage out of the Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo cabinet.
Nice.
Yeah.
I also noticed he tweeted that there's a Rampage machine in there now.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Is it functioning?
Oh, yeah. Fully functional, minus the sound.
I think I remembered him saying that, actually.
But everything else works fine.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. I'm definitely going to play that.
It's good times.
That's so classic.
Especially when you have 3 players.
Oh, yeah, that's happening. Not today.
No.
It's that is going to happen very, very, very soon.
No offense to Daddy, but I've spent a lot of time at the arcade this weekend. I think I'm going to have to take a break.
Yeah, fair enough. That said, I want to go back to the football thing because Oasis, the giveaways, it's on Halifax, are going to give away 20 passes.
Oh, really?
20 passes you can get from us on It's on Halifax. And basically what I'm going to tell you, stay glued to our Facebook feed. Because we will be giving away this week, leading up to the draw, through our Facebook page, we will be giving away 20 passes.
So you'll be able to redeem those when you come in the day of the draw?
Yeah, you show up during...
Yep.
Well, that gets you into the draw.
Right. Okay.
That's what gets... You need a VIP pass to be in the draw. That's how it works.
So I meant to ask this, and I think somebody might have asked you before. If you come on the day and you have a pass, but the place is kind of filled up, but let's say there's only 250 passes floating around. There's only that many people in the draw, but the place is packed. How does that work? If you have a pass and the place is already filled up, do you want to get there early? Because I know you'll be giving out passes at the door that night.
Not
Will
the
you
day
not?
of the draw, no.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
You have, we're going to stop giving out passes at Oasis. The Oasis will stop giving out passes Saturday night when we close.
Okay.
If you don't make it in before close on Saturday night, you will not get a pass.
You won't be in the draw the next day.
Right.
Okay.
If you haven't gotten a pass by then. It's on. We'll be giving away 20 passes. Oasis will be giving away a whole whack of passes.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely stay tuned to their Facebook page and pay attention to what's going on with their Twitter feed. Get in there for Wing Night. Go there during any of the football games that are today if you hear this live. If not, like I said, Wing Night next week. Also, anytime you drop in, there's going to be a different passcode on the website each day.
Ah.
And if you say it to the server that's on, they'll give you a pass. That'll start Monday.
You're ripping off Noble, aren't you?
Well, no,
I'm
we
just
did
kidding.
this last year too. But although I want to tell that story.
I know, that's a great story and a great new bar in town, mind you.
Yes, there's a new bar. It's a secret bar. It's called The Noble.
Yeah.
And we are revealing its secrets right now.
Oh, do we really want to? We did the work. I think our listeners should have to do the work.
Well, the fact that it exists is no secret.
No,
to
it's
some people.
not a secret.
How to get in is a secret.
Is the secret. And really, it might only take just a Google search, a couple of Google searches maybe.
Yeah, do a little research. It's called The Noble.
It serves the best drinks I've ever had in my life, and I can say that with confidence.
And it was that when they warn you, they're like, by the way, when you order a drink here, it's like 3 ounces. So
Yeah, it's strong.
be
but
careful if you're driving. Was literally word for word what she said.
Yes, but tasty, just outstanding. I mean,
fantastic.
very palatable. Like, it's not, you're not getting a vodka cran. As a matter of fact, the bartender won't make anything with vodka because it doesn't have flavor. It just tastes like alcohol.
Yeah, he will make you anything you want
Sans vodka.
aside from vodka.
Yeah. I asked for a classic Manhattan. She was like, yeah, he'll make that. Yeah, he'll make anything. Because I've never had an actual Manhattan with proper bitters or, that kind of thing. The old-fashioned that you'd ordered.
The old-fashioned I had was...
Holy shit.
That is what an old-fashioned should taste like.
Oh, and the speakeasy feel, it's freshly built. It's only been open for about 2 months. It still smells of rich wood and, candles.
Yeah, brand new cut 2x4s. Like,
so good.
And it feels when you're in there like the cops are going to bust in and raid the place at any minute because it's like...
A very speakeasy feel.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's so well done.
And imagine how good you would feel bringing a first date out to a place, walking in, giving the server a passcode and having one of them tell you, we'll be with you in a moment, and seat you, and then 20 minutes later they're ferrying you down through the kitchen, through a couple of fire exits, into this bar with no other door in it. It's so cool.
Man, when the door that opens to the bar, I thought it was like a refrigerator, like a walk-in fridge. Like that's what the door looks like.
It's got the handle, the pull handle on it.
And then it opens up and it's a bar, and you're like, I feel like I'm home.
Yeah, not only a bar, but the classiest bar you've ever set your eyes on.
Oh, and I was so worried it was going to be hipster filled, and it wasn't.
And it will be, eventually.
Well, yeah, and we were here before it was cool. It's like I was here before you.
Yeah, so shut up.
Go away.
I mean,
I would hipster you, hipster.
It's only open 2 months ago, and I think, I read about it in the Coast.
There was an article about it in the Coast, which is, I think, part of their plan.
Could have been, yeah.
What they're saying is,
I think it's brilliant marketing.
They're trying to get the word out that there's a secret bar, and then they're going to hide all the passcodes and stuff, so it has to spread by word of mouth once they've built up enough people that they can afford to do that. You know what I mean?
I really hope
everything about the marketing, the fact that I walked in and I was like, so is the bar downstairs open now? And she was like,
what?
There's extra seating downstairs and washrooms, and like looking at me super suspiciously, and I'm like, yes, but okay, you're gonna make me say this. So I gave her the passcode, and she's like, just the 3 of you? I'm like, yep. Have a seat. We'll be with you in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, never makes any mention. Does not acknowledge it whatsoever. And
it's fantastic for people who love the idea of the secret society, secret bar,
and
being on the inside.
I love the passcode too, and I think they're going to come up with some really interesting passcodes over the course of their existence. This week it was never ruin an apology with an excuse, and it's just the kind of thing that you can almost fit into casual conversation without being suspicious.
Except for the guy sitting at the end of the bar that doesn't know, who's hearing somebody say that to the bartender every fucking.
But then it would cause them to wonder, right? People are going to be like, "Where are those people going?" And
I went downstairs to the washroom and they weren't there.
Yeah, wow.
Because they take you right through the fucking kitchen into the bowels of the building.
It was very Scorsese-esque. It was really it was interesting. It was like being.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be like I said. It was either a refrigerator or Fight Club. I wasn't sure what was about to happen when she opened that door.
So much like Fight Club, and I think they even say that at some point. It's very Fight Club-esque in the Coast article, mind you.
Yeah, no, I love that it exists. I love that we got a chance to go, and
and I mean you're paying like $15 a drink. But like they said, 3 ounces per drink actually kind of adds up to be fairly affordable. And after one drink, it went straight to my head.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, I mean, when you go to Oasis, which is probably one of the cheapest places in town to drink. It's $4.25 for an ounce.
$10 pitchers.
Right? So $4.25 for an ounce, and then you go to this secret place, and they're $14 for a 3-ounce pour. I mean, yes, they're adding tax to that, but I mean, so 14 plus tax, whatever, it's $16 or whatever. The extra cost, I have no problem paying.
No,
because of the atmosphere, because of the experience.
And the fact that the bartender approaches the whole thing with a gourmet's kind of aesthetic.
When he makes an old fashioned, he makes an old fashioned. He doesn't half-ass anything.
Hand crushed ice, hand strained,
hand chipped ice.
You know, they're not afraid to light things on fire. I've been kicked out of worse bars for lighting things on fire. Liquor, mind you. But the drink that I had was called a depth charge, and it was a bunch of hand crushed ice, and I think it's like Contrio and gin, and the to top it off, he squeezes a lemon rind together to get the oils working, lights the oils on fire, and drops it into the drink, which essentially ends up sitting on a pile of hand crushed ice, and then kind of seeping down into the drink. Oh wow.
Yeah, and man, if he puts a straw in your drink from the straw.
Yes, because I usually take the straw out and fling it first thing when I get a drink.
Yeah, you noticed that.
But I looked over at the other drinks.
Had no straw.
Yeah, no straws.
Because it's not meant to be drank from the straw.
Mm-hmm. And Isabel, who was with us, had a 1-3, and it was very citrusy, but the rim was lined with melted chocolate.
Anyway, all in all, highly recommend. Do some research. Get in. We're not going to tell you anything more about it because I like the idea.
Me too. I think their marketing is brilliant, and if you find out about it, tell your friends. Go down there.
Spread word of mouth.
Yeah.
We're not going to do the mass. Here's how to get in thing.
And
spread word of mouth.
Go down there and give them the password and see how smooth you can be about it, because smooth is the name of the game with this place. Seems to be anyway. I would really love to drop one of those passcodes in casual conversation and just a little nod of recognition from the bartender kind of thing. It's very, very cloak and dagger.
I loved it. I want to go back right now. But they're only open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 8 to 1.
I did not know that.
That's the only time that place is open. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 to 1.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week because I'm definitely going.
Me too. Yep.
So you can probably meet us there at some point.
Or, later on today at the Oasis for the football.
El Futbolo.
De football.
Yes, that'll be today. That's Sunday if you're watching this Sunday. That said, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Woo! I have to subscribe to Advice to Writers, because that's brilliant. Paul Schrader. Screenplays are not works of art. They're invitations to others to collaborate on a work of art. That's a brilliant, brilliant quote.
Nice. Yeah, no, I was thoroughly impressed with that place last night. Kitty walking through our sets and meowing at us while we're talking.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. You're a good fella.
Stop sending me the Facebook messages. What are you watching?
Nothing. This pair of Stellar.
You're into dance music?
Give it time. This is one of the more dancey ones and less swing. The horn section. I love it. Here's another good one. Okay, it's just straight off a 48 record, right? Electro swing. Pretty bitchin', huh?
Yeah. Danny's at Oasis. Woo! Someone tried to shoot someone outside of Smitty's.
Outside of Smitty's?
What the fuck?
What?
If you want to laugh longer than Kim Kardashian's marriage, follow Google Pics now. That's funny. Thank you, Red Bull, Google, Vodka, and Wikipedia for making this possible. Congratulations. Okay.
Eh.
Why are you pointing at me like that for? Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
I don't know what that means.
Yes.
What?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I'm not getting any more ready.
Readier?
Oh, God, I hate you.
Yeah, good times. Righty then.
Alrighty then. Who is this and why?
Who are you?
What do you want from me?
Alright, we're back at it.
Are we really?
Hold on. Is your beer empty? I mean open? You good?
See. Who's that chatting with?
I don't know. We're back.
Hooray!
Hello. How are you?
Back for the second half of It's on Halifax. Just chatting away. Acting foolish.
Yep. Talking about stuffs.
Mostly stuffs.
Yes, just heard that there was a shooting outside of Smitty's
Ooh.
while we were recording the first half of this episode.
Smitty's has got to be the least likely place for gun violence I could ever think of in
It
my
was
life.
outside Smitty's. Well, I'm assuming it was in Victoria Park, that little open area there,
Yeah.
right by the bus stop.
Still, I mean, downtown in the middle of the day,
Well,
near Victoria Park, a shooting? Really?
if you're gonna shoot someone,
You'd want to do it in some fucking back alley.
what's our plan for the game?
I don't know. Go to the Oasis?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah, we can do that.
Go.
All right. Oasis. That's what we're doing.
Post up at the headquarters, you mean?
Oasis.
To the Bat Cave? To the Pat Cave. That's what I say before women leave.
Because after you say that, they leave.
Yes.
Yeah. What else happened to you this week? You were really busy this week. You made a video for the Oasis.
I took a few days off my real job to do my career job, which was to make some promos with Indie Forge Media, and we did a short promo for the Oasis, which you starred in. Essentially, just detailing all of the ins and outs of the Super Bowl contest. Go out and watch it. Tell us what you think. We thought it was pretty entertaining, and we made a short Contra parody video for the Indie Forge Media page. Although we have to go back and reshoot it. Mostly, we just wanted to kind of test out the new green screen that we just hung up in my living room. So we turned my living room into a dreamatorium.
A dreamatorium.
A dreamatorium, yes. For all you community fans out there, you'll know what that means.
Yes, I love that reference.
I know you do. Other than that, just, really been trying to rearrange the apartment. Figure I'd needed something fresh to get my mind back on track. Been trying to set up the office properly. Get back on the writing train. Thinking about having another round table for the last 4 episodes of The Bottom this week. So if you're in for that, please let me know, because I would really enjoy having you there and doing the whole read through, because we're finally getting on the home stretch. We're probably going to start production the next month or 2 at the most. I recently went and wrote down all the crew and cast that I'm going to need, and making breakdowns, and stacking ammo, people. you watch out.
Speaking of video products and producing, somebody... You're a big fan of Archer, and I'm a big fan of Archer.
Such a huge fan of Archer.
Oh. And episode 1 of season 4 was everything I had waited for.
Yes.
I was not left disappointed at all. And here you go, because this is Archer.
The best of Krieger.
The best of Krieger, who is the
local mad scientist boy from Brazil, possible genetic clone of Hitler.
Yeah, so I want to watch this and hear this.
Sure.
And this is the first time that we're watching it too. So it's. I mean, yes, it's
well,
audio.
Besides the fact that we've seen every episode that these best moments come from, probably.
Yes, I'm just saying the audio is the important part in this. So have a listen with us.
Hurry up, hast du uns
Zog nach Brasilien. Wollte dann kommt ihr mein Vier.
And sabotaged.
Scheiße.
Got video and audio with a satellite feed back to these hard drives. Same setup I've got in my van.
Jesus, Krieger, you're still taping bum fights?
No, now I'm into something darker. I assume that's our patient?
Not ours, Krieger. Yours. Thank you.
Which is controlled by the mainframe.
Well, what genius thought that up?
Okay. This one?
Oh,
Well, I can arrange that.
Can you put it in a person's brain?
He'd suffocate.
Not the rabbit, idiot.
Call him Mr. Robot.
But it doesn't just fit. Tell him.
He's a fully integrated, multi-fetish artificial being.
Wildly inappropriate.
Seriously, Pam.
Okay, Clone Wars.
Zing. Press that red button.
Wait, is it gonna kill everybody?
Press that blue button. I'm not a serial killer.
Wait, why'd you emphasize cereal?
I did what? Are we doing? Did I mention I have a surprise for you?
Nobody else was supposed to know about this.
he won't remember.
Yeah, no, I am shit-faced. Okay, now, wow, that feels good.
Krieger!
Oh,
He is the most disgusting.
and the best part is that he's learning. Oh no, just started human testing by dosing Danny the intern's coffee.
Danny is definitely feeling something.
Ew, what's this? Homemade salad dressing?
Breast milk.
Ew! I actually, have my own.
So, you won't need this.
I think I'm going to pass.
Suit yourself. Wow, yuck means more for me and Danny.
Who is loving it? Literally murder somebody for some migas right now.
Every single noun and verb in that sentence totally arouses me.
And I'm so open to that.
Put lives at risk.
Lives of what? A few lab rats?
This is really longer than I thought it would be. And by the way, there's that's
This isn't the best moments of Krieger.
It's
This is
every
all
moment.
of them. It's 12 and a half minutes long. Jesus Christ.
yeah. We're not watching the rest of that. Somebody had too much time on their goddamn hands. But that
Well,
he
yes,
is.
says the guys who've seen every episode
Shut
of
up.
this show.
Yeah, but I didn't take time and fucking edit the whole goddamn thing.
True. Although, I think I need to do that more. Like, actually just, like, re-editing stuff. Have you seen that re-edit of Mrs. Doubtfire as a psychological thriller?
No.
Oh, it's awesome. It just changes the tone of the whole movie and makes Robin Williams' character seem like this obsessive stalker. And, that changes the music to something very tense and edgy. And he just edits parts of the movie to make it seem very, very sinister. Oh, it's so cool. And it really
That's
goes...
awesome.
It's a great example of just how much editing can affect the feel and tone and pace of anything you watch.
Man, the editing in Archer is on par with any live action show I've ever seen.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the beautiful thing about Archer is that they design the entire show down in Atlanta, Georgia. So they do all the animation, all the editing, and whatever. And then all the voiceover stuff, they essentially get sent... all the actors send in their vocal parts from wherever they are, LA, New York, in Burt Reynolds' case, Florida. But they have the time, and apparently the rent for this studio is, a sixth of what they would be paying in downtown LA. So being able to make a show in Atlanta, Georgia, is incredibly cheap. And I think that's where a lot of the quality comes through, because they get to allocate a lot more of the budget to the things that matter most, which is the animation, the editing, the
and
audio.
the animation is it's crisp and clear, but it's not detailed.
It can get pretty detailed.
There's moments, but for the most part, it's very simple, very little motion, very little movement. But the movement that they use is even the little subtle movements all have meaning. Like, I just think it's really well done.
Yeah, there's nothing wasted. And I was looking at a lot of the special effects recently, the explosions, the bullet hits, and things like that. And I'm 95% sure that it's mostly just Action Essentials, which is a package of action movie elements that you can use specifically for special effects that I have yet to purchase legitimately. but it's very, very good. But the elements are all the same. You know, you've got like 2 or 3 dozen bullet hits, and you've got a couple dozen explosions, and they all kind of look the same, and they're all from different angles and that kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure a lot of those effects in Archer are just, you know, After Effects stuff that they drop right in, which is a lot of the stuff that Kevin and I have been doing with Indie Forge Media. You know, learning to do all these special effects. And it's really fun to do. And to make it look good doesn't take all that much time. It just takes a lot of practice. So you know these people are just really working to make the show better and better and better. They've already signed up for a 5th season, which I'm very excited about.
It's seasons 1, 2, and 3 were so solid, and episode 1 of season 4 was absolutely on par.
Well, and big props to FX as well, the channel. It's funny that FX is an offshoot of Fox.
I know.
Because they have so much respect for a lot of these shows that are really off color, you know.
But that's why FX exists as a channel.
Yeah, I
so
suppose.
They can put those not good enough for the primetime audience because we won't get that many viewers.
Well, and not even that it's not
market.
Good enough. It's just that it's different, I guess. Because apparently the first season of Archer, the ratings were bad, and they just got worse, getting closer to the end of the season. And the executives from FX kept telling them, don't worry about it, give it some time, it's just got to find its audience. And I guess Adam Reed and a lot of the showrunners there at Archer were just, they were like, oh, that's what executives say when they're just about to axe you, you know? They're just waiting for, they're just waiting to drop the hammer. But they actually stuck to their guns, and the show found its audience in the 2nd season and became this huge success. But apparently they felt like they were on the chopping block for like a whole 2 seasons, so they really, really powered through and tried to do their best work, which I think really goes to show. And, you know, props to FX for having the patience and wisdom to see a show through like that.
And I gotta tell you, H. John Benjamin makes all the difference.
One of the best voice actors going.
That crossover with fucking Bob's Burgers,
which I'm not even that huge of a fan of.
I'm not a big fan of Bob's Burgers.
But you have to see the best of Coach McGurk from Home Movies, which was it was a Brandon Smalls animated show from a few years back, who you might know a little better as the guy who does Metalocalypse these days. But it was one of H. John Benjamin's first real, like, legitimate voice acting gigs, and he played one of the major characters, and it's just H. John Benjamin killing it, you know?
Yeah, I love when things are done right, and Archer's done right. I give props to Arrow. I watched Arrow season 1.
A lot of TV.
Very well done.
Yeah, I was a bit skeptical considering.
I was worried.
Yeah, the Green Arrow's always been a bit of an anti-hero. He's been kind of a badass.
Yeah, and he doesn't mind killing people and
being that kind of thing. He's again anti-hero territory. But where the show was made by the CW, or what used to be Peachtree TV, or what you might better know as...
Well, Peachtree TV still exists.
Well, then what's the CW?
It's...
what were they before? Back when they were making Smallville. Fuck.
WB.
Yes, the WB. Why did they rename it?
I don't know.
I remember the heyday of the WB, man. I used to watch so many WB cartoons.
The Animaniacs.
The Steven Spielberg designed ones. The Animaniacs, Hysteria, Pinky and the Brain.
Which was actually the Animaniacs.
Well, yeah, it was a
spin-off.
Spin-off, yeah. But I still go back and watch those shows, and I catch jokes that I would never have gotten as a kid, and that I only just like a lot of jokes about Richard Nixon and like really strange topical humor. Oh, so fucked up.
Yeah, I like cartoons for adults. I'm a fan. The Simpsons, Family Guy, Archer. I like Futurama even.
Yeah, but even cartoons that were for adults back in the day. I mean, like I was saying, those WB cartoons. I'm sure you've seen that Animaniacs joke with Prince in it. At one point, they're on a cruise ship, and Yakko tells Wacko and Dot that they need to dust for Prince. And all of a sudden, Dot is sitting there holding Prince, the artist, formerly known as Prince, in her arms. And she goes, "Found him." And Yakko goes, "No, I meant fingerprints." And she looks at Prince and kind of goes, nah, and throws him out a window. And I was just, what? You really just made a joke about penetrating Prince on a kids show? It's very it's widely known on the internet. It's all, I'm sure the YouTube video has thousands upon thousands of hits, but
I love awful humor like that.
I know,
do.
and
I love it.
And I love it.
That's what Twitter's for.
It's even better when you're sliding it under a kids show, though.
Yeah, when because kids don't know the difference.
Right under the radar.
Pimp Bill Clinton tweet: doing naked keg stands before football starts. Biden says Hillary's ass looks like it's been whipped with a sack full of quarters.
That does sound like something Bill Clinton would do. I love that man.
Oh,
I wish he were still president.
He's great. He's funny. Yeah. He's the first black president, according to some people.
Well, he does play a mean sax.
Yeah. It's funny. Oh, hockey's back. Can't believe people are so stoked about it.
Yeah.
So good. But
I'm excited for the Super Bowl because I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a big scoff. I generally make a massive chili for the Super Bowl.
That's assuming you don't win the trip to the Super Bowl to go to New Orleans. Which, by the way, if you've seen the video on our website, or on our Facebook page, sorry.
And it's also on the
Oasis
on the Oasis
webpage. Facebook page.
Yeah.
It's on the Oasis webpage. It's on our Facebook page. It's on Halifax. If you've seen the video, I say in it that it's two nights accommodation. It's actually 4.
4 nights in New Orleans?
Yes.
God damn it.
And VIP treatment to a couple of different parties. It's 3 full days worth of meals provided. $500 worth of spending money. 500 Canadian. It's a $16,000 trip, not a $15,000 trip.
I would spend $500 of that spending money in 1 night. Guaranteed. Maybe 2. I would get shit-faced. Yeah, regardless, I'm going to have to see whether or not I'm allowed to make it across the border.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Because if you win, you're taking me. That's how it works.
I know, because we could do a live show on Super Bowl Sunday from New Orleans. How cool would that be?
I would.
How fucking cool would that be?
I would poop myself.
I would, yeah, it would be crazy. It'd be so crazy. We could do it from, like, some crazy New Orleans landmark. Just, like, some jazz club or something. Just rent a corner and...
I would poop myself.
Yeah. Yeah, New Orleans.
Fecal matter in my pants.
Yeah, we got it.
Speaking of things I got, I downloaded the first season of Hell on Wheels.
And I see the Deadwood's not finished yet.
No, because I downloaded the HD version, the high, and I downloaded the file. It's the whole season. So.
Can't complain. You will enjoy every second of it.
I'm also downloading Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, because why not? Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, I downloaded Zero Dark 30.
Ooh, I meant to go see that, actually. It's still in theaters.
Yes.
Thank you, Oscar season, for releasing all of these great movie screeners.
Yeah, I watched the Silver Linings Playbook, and every once in a while it would just stop playback and say property of...
Yeah, or it'll
Hillman Corporation.
It'll have a banner at the bottom of the screen scrolling, or I've seen a couple that turn black and white every like 15-20 minutes or something. They'd turn black and white for a couple of seconds and just have the black lettering at the bottom, like this is property of whatever, and then turn back to regular color.
Yeah, so you know exactly who ripped you off.
Exactly. Good times though. Good times. It's been a great year for movies. I love it. I haven't been able to see many, but
there have been a lot of really good.
Only because I've been trying to focus on making more of my own and not just going out to see them. But going out to see them is just as important as actually getting down to making them. 49ers versus Falcons.
It's happening.
Right now?
Starts, this second.
Does that mean we're done?
It means that we're rolling on finished here. Yes, because I would like to go to Oasis.
And watch the football.
The football! So it's a shorter episode this week. We don't have Emily, so it makes it difficult for us.
It does make it difficult because not only does she help us with the advertisements and you know the
all the
plugs
control and stuff, but she also usually brings up all our
stuff on the screen
info
here, yeah,
for us
and she generally has something to add to our
Agreed. And
nonsensical
as soon
banter.
as we figure out our microphone setup, we're making sure she gets mic'd because I think if I was listening, I'd be upset that I couldn't hear what she was saying.
Yes, I would be upset. I'm already upset that people can't hear what she's saying.
Yeah, there's that. So
Well, we have this brilliant little condenser mic here for the next 3 weeks, so we can use one of your mics when next time she's back anyway. So.
And next week we are going to have to record early again because I have to be at the bar all day.
For the Super Bowl. Or not,
For
for
the giveaway.
the giveaway. Super Bowl giveaway, mind you.
And I think the same thing with the week after because I have to work the Super Bowl.
Right. Wow, yeah.
So the
busy,
next
busy.
couple of weeks we'll be recording early and we'll be posted up regular time, but we will be recording early. So
If you want to join us live on the show, you want to see us in our pretty faces
my
on
pretty
our
face,
Ustream,
my pretty face right up here, I'm a money maker.
you'll have to check us out between maybe noon and 3. Just keep an eye on the Twitter feed and we'll let you
Yeah,
know
we'll
when
keep
we
you
can.
updated when we're going to go live. But the big deal is clearly the downloads. Go to iTunes. Find our iTunes page. Just do a quick search. It's on Halifax. It comes up pretty quickly. And rate and comment if you would be so kind, because that really helps us out.
Praise.
Praise. Praise.
I totally ate some udon noodles today, and I was like, "Wow, these are really udon noodles." Yeah, they're the thick, the thicker white noodles. But anyway, I turned it over and I thought to myself, "Wow, these are really authentic noodles," because the first line of the instructions was "boil in plenty of water." I was like, "Yeah, these are gonna be legit."
These
Fuck
are
yeah.
English funny.
Yeah, this boil in plenty of water. You got it, Asian man. Or lady, whoever wrote this.
You wonder sometimes, like, did they do that on purpose? Like, is that a marketing ploy?
No, it's because in Japanese, the L and the R sounds are... there's no hard R or L, but a combination of the two. Ara. It's...
Plenty of water.
You kind of start the L sound. In Japanese, you kind of start the L sound and end with an R. Ra is the sound that they make. So they don't really know which way to go with the R and the L. So they just kind of mix and match. Sometimes they'll get it right, sometimes they'll get it wrong. It's a toss-up, 50-50. Which I find hilarious. And but also kind of understand because I know a little bit about Japanese language, I suppose, but it doesn't make it any less funny when you read it.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So we're gonna call it done for today. We'll see you guys next week, 9:00. You can get the episode available. Stay tuned for what time we'll be going live, and check us out. It's on Halifax.ca.
Yeah, and settle in for some fantastic football.
Don't forget to check out Halifax Vintage on Twitter at Halifax Vintage. Also on Facebook, facebook.com/Halifax Vintage. Or no, sorry, Daily Sweets.
No, that's on Facebook.
No,
on Facebook, they're Daily Sweets.
Facebook.com/Halifax Vintage Arcade.
Yes.
But it is the Daily Sweets Vintage Arcade if you're searching for it.
Yeah.
But their URL is Halifax.
And if you were with us today and you haven't got anything better to do or you're looking for some
Football!
entertainment, head down to the Oasis, get a couple of ballots, hang out with us, put your name in for the draw, and maybe you'll find yourself in 2 weeks down in New Orleans having the time of your life, and you can thank us later.
Also, stay tuned to our Facebook page and the Oasis Facebook page and the Oasis Twitter for ways to win your way to the Super Bowl in New Orleans, February 3rd.
We're giving away 20 VIP passes,
20
people.
VIP passes through us. It's on Halifax, courtesy of Oasis.
Showing some love.
Thank you. See you next week.